change background. Maybe I should do the blue.
Asian of chaos.
Asian of chaos.
These kids suck at baseball.
Yeah, the kids.
Baseball sucks.
And it's baseball. Yeah, I mean, like, that's a typical no-win situation.
Yeah. We're getting Mia into basketball. We're getting Nolan into football.
Oh, so you gave up already.
Well, I mean, yes.
All right.
I still have to coach it out for the rest of the fucking season.
Whoa, we're to the point of fucking season. That's when you know it's bad.
No, it's not bad. It's just
Well, then don't say fucking.
I don't know how to talk elsewise. No, yeah.
Heard it. No, I don't like the new call screen. Go away. Yes.
Yes. But just
Way better.
them talking about NFL rule changes.
Mm-hmm.
I just want them.
Who's them?
The NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I want them to put a line inside the 1 yard line.
Literally a half yard line.
Oh my god. But I feel like I don't want that.
You need to put a half yard line, and then any penalty that would result, in
And
the
it
ball,
can only go to that?
Yes, it always goes right to the half yard line.
I'm okay with that. The at least the logic there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Because I mean, how many times? It's one of the funniest things you see. The center who's ready to snap the ball, and the ball is on the goal line.
Yeah.
Which by definition means it's a touchdown.
Or touchback.
Or touchback.
Yeah.
The
half yard line needs to exist.
In flag football, since everyone can fucking touch it, like there's a thing called the center sneak, which the quarterback goes under center.
Yeah.
The center snaps it. The quarterback touches the ball, and the center fucking takes off with it.
Which is also legal in 11-man.
Is it?
Yeah. Once the ball is touched by the somebody after it's snapped, anybody can take a handoff.
Mm-hmm.
And where a handoff is counted as a lateral, it can go forward.
Yeah, fair enough.
Interesting. So you could run a center sneak.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like Andy Reid's the type of guy to run a center sneak?
The problem is it's very difficult to get
Execute.
that. Yeah, nut sack and then forward. Like
nut sack and then tuck it because your defensive tackle's right there ready to knock your shit away. But in flag they can't hit you.
But you play a team that likes to run like an even front where they keep the center basically
uncovered.
gap defense. There you go. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
I think we may have just come up with something.
I dare you to run a center sneak.
Oh, I'll do it. You don't have to dare me. It's going to happen.
You're like putting that in the fucking play.
Yeah. Like I ran the fucking nose job before old Michigan ripped it off from me. Like, I'll do whatever.
You called that out. You're like, this is my play.
Mm-hmm,
it's like when I called out a college running the Mohawk play.
Right.
Dude, I had to explain to my kid, go Ducks. I had to explain to my kid what censorship is today.
Oh yeah.
So we're on our way home, and I'm listening to Future fuck up some commas, as I do.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And he looks at it and he says, "Hey Jake, yeah, what's going on? Why does it say the F word, but there's a star over the U?" I'm like, "Oh, you can tell it's the F word?" Yeah. He's like, "Well, Nolan, that's called censorship." And what said, like, I went into a 10-minute explanation about how I disagree with censorship. And I said, there's a group of people that seem to think they know better than all of us as to what is and isn't okay to listen to or watch. And those people try to tell us these things are either
They're called Christians.
these people like to take the moral high ground on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fun. He's like, and why did they do that? I'm like,
bet.
I don't know.
Mhm.
There's an organization
That is
called
also correct.
there's an organization called the FCC, and they think they know better than you.
They won't let me be. Or let me be me, so let me see.
They tried to shut me down on MTV.
But it feels so empty without me.
So come on, dip. Come on your lips. Fuck that. Come on your lips and some on your tits and get ready, because this shit's about to get heavy. I just settled all my lawsuits.
Fuck you, Debbie!
That was a great video.
Wait, who the fuck is Debbie? No,
Who the fuck said that
Who the
shit?
fuck said that shit?
I
Chainsaw Bob,
was
bitch. Recognize.
I was up really late last night.
I
The
saw
pellet
that.
stove ran out of pellets, and it was late enough that I didn't want to bug my dad because I knew he was in bed next door. And I was like, I'll just figure it out. So, I mean, I did figure it out. But then when it started burning out really fucking hot. And I was like, I better just stay up just in case the house decides to like catch on fire. Well, while I'm doing that, I put on Paramount Plus and Beavis and Butthead. And
Nice.
I'm slowly realizing Gabe Watt is Beavis and Butthead.
He
Like,
is both.
he wants the chaos. He's like, hey, yeah, saw off his tweeter. Like,
Why would you do that?
Yeah. Go back and like they're painting the fucking anarchist symbol, which he was doing. He wants to paint on things. He wants to vandalize things.
He wants to draw dicks on stuff.
He's been losing his mind for the last couple months because I'm sure I've shown you a picture or video, but there was a very shitty painting of a dick, and as he put it, cock and balls. And I was like, no, it's a whale. But anyway,
Look at this, by the way. These quarters are different colors. I don't know if you can tell.
I can kind of tell.
I don't know what the fuck is. One of them is clearly gold. I'll take a picture of this.
Anyway, they fucking painted over it like Monday, and he went to go point it out because he always like cock and balls. yeah. And it was gone, and he was like, I was like, oh, look, somebody did their job. Now you don't have to obsess over that. He didn't think it was funny, but I did.
So Alex, how did you like the 2 weeks of the show that while you were gone?
I liked the first week. I haven't listened to the second week yet.
I knew you hadn't listened to the
Not
second
yet.
one. I just knew it. I was like,
Not
I
yet.
guarantee he hasn't listened to the second one because he would have said something. I just feel like
Yeah, I definitely have been playing too much Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and not enough of like anything else in life.
I took
so
the Alex imitation and I brought it up here.
Mhm.
I
went from Alex to Bailey.
Yeah.
Because he's taller than me. Get it?
Right.
Like,
Look at these quarters I sent you. Those
several inches.
Oh, hey, Alex, while I got you here.
That's weird.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
It's very gold. It's like it got stained by something.
Right? But it's completely gold. Or maybe the top layer got stripped off.
Yeah, I'd like to know why it's like that. It's weird.
I just saw it here on the table. I'm like, what the shit? Alex.
Jake.
June 10th through the 12th.
Uh-huh.
Are you available? Are we doing this thing?
Dave's birthday or yours?
Huh?
No, Dave's birthday is like the 21st.
26th.
20 something. Anyway, it's a weekend of Baku.
Right. I don't know yet.
What do you mean you don't know yet?
I don't know how to phrase that a different way. Yet I don't.
Okay, so I am attempting to schedule something. What is the hang up? What
my wife is in Eugene. That's the hang up. We're gonna discuss when she comes home. So
Okay, hang on. Referencing conversation I've had with your wife. She says, quote, June is pretty open.
Okay.
And then she says, Alex might already be at the coast that weekend.
It sounds to me like
I hear no
you-
other objections from your wife.
Perfect. Then schedule it all with my wife because you've already started.
Excellent.
I have no idea. You texted me, and then you made reference to having spoken to my wife, and then I was going to wait until this weekend to talk to my wife. Into her face. Into her face.
Okay. Well, Julio is trying to set up reservations, and time is of the essence.
I mean, that's fair. What is it? Well, hey.
Well, hey.
Dude, one of the teachers said that yesterday, and I fucking started laughing. I was like, it was it yesterday? Yeah, we were talking about the weather, and I was like, hey, I notice you always have that window open. Does that room get really hot? And he's like, not so bad yet. And I was like, oh, just wait till tomorrow or Thursday. And he's like, why? What's Thursday? I was like, it's supposed to be 82. And he goes, oh shit. And I was like, right? And he's like, well, hey. And I was like, what the fuck? You can't just well, hey me.
Well, you don't know well, hey.
You don't well,
Right?
hey. I well, hey.
I well, hey, not you. It's funny. Ding. Yeah, I made my Agent of Chaos shirt today.
That's rad.
And it's too far over to the left, so I'm gonna make another one.
I like this pink and green though.
Yeah, because I have pink and green shoes.
I would rock a pink and green Agent of
and
Chaos.
it glows in the dark. So
Fucking Aston Martin fan over here, pink and green. Get the fuck out
They're
of
not.
here.
They don't have
Get
the pink
the
on their.
fuck
They don't
outta
have
here.
pink on their car anymore.
what is
I
Aston Martin?
know, and they have the
You
nicest
talk about
looking
racing?
like back marker I've ever seen.
Except for the.
What's a back marker?
It's a guy who's not very fast. The W19 was nice.
I'm all
The
They're like a
silver arrow.
tax
I just
form?
called the silver arrow a back marker.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know what any
just-
of that is.
Ferrari is currently leading the deal
The-
there.
Just
They-
barely.
By quite a bit.
Oh.
Currently by quite a bit.
It's really early, so it's barely.
Malone says, then that's fine by me. So,
Well, hey.
June 10th through the 12th, be prepared to
Ding.
hang out and watch
With
a
your
race.
wang out.
The full famils. It's on. It's on like a prawn wearing Sean John in Bhutan.
Exactly.
This good. Sweet.
Very good.
It's
Where
very
we
good.
what? Now that apparently I'm going to this thing, where are we going? What are we doing? I have no idea what
We're
the fuck
going
is going on.
to we're going
We're going
to
streaking.
We're going streaking. No, we're going to a little coastal town in the southern Washington coast. Julio's got a connection there since he's like the manager of hotels and shit now. He's got a connection
Julio
for
manages hotels?
yeah. He got in with Mo's brother, and now he's training to be a hotel manager.
Fair enough. All
So
right.
so all this to say, he gets good rates on hotel rooms.
Mhm.
And so he's like, hey, I can get us a room for like $50 a night, which is wicked cheap. And so, we're gonna get rooms for my fam, your fam, and then him. And I figure
Mhm.
we'll get up in the morning and go over to his room / suite, whatever the fuck, watch the races, so our wives and children can remain undisturbed by our tomfoolery.
All right. Hell yeah.
Also, more points of note.
Did I not show you that?
You did.
Yeah, I was in the group,
That's how I reacted the first time I saw it. It caught me off guard. It's good.
Fucking-
It's like it's not Vance level, but it's good
It's
shit.
up there, and I made like a poster of it with it just says she doesn't even go here,
Just
and then I made another one that says you can't sit with us.
Yeah.
And Gabe comes into my office and he's like, hey, I didn't give you permission to make a meme out of my picture. And I was like, well, we're at school and I can have your picture up in school. I just can't show it other places.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's like, fuck you.
He was just like, no, take that down. No,
No. What are you
take
gonna do
that
about it?
down. No. He's
I
going to be
like
really mad when he notices that it's in other people's classes too.
I like how you've just turned to active trolling of this kid.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh, man. It's just so fun and easy. Like yesterday, he was like, yeah, well, guess what? And I said chicken butt, like under my breath really quick, and Bales caught it, and Bales catching it made me laugh. He's
right.
like, that was so fucking smooth, like nonchalant chicken butt. I was like, yes, that is correct.
I was
Nonchalant chicken butt is the name of the
Yes, it is.
nonchalant chicken butt.
That's great.
So anyway, back to points of business. One of these weekends for football, when there's a ROAD game that we're not going to attend, y'all need to come up here and do the Emerald Queen thing again. Well,
Oh.
Alex again and Robin for the first time.
I'm going to the spring game, because that's right now. And you just said how much you hate baseballs, so just don't go.
Well, I'm the coach.
So I went to Vegas and I was the head coach of a high school football team. You can miss a little league baseball game.
Well,
Ooh.
we'll see what happens. If it's a practice, I'm gonna miss it.
Talking about practice.
If it's a practice, I'm gonna miss it. But I don't know the schedule until like 2 weeks ahead of time.
Aren't you the coach? Don't you make the schedule?
No, I don't.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Sure would, because you know what? Because if I made the schedule, you know what we would have on April 23rd?
Not practice.
Nothing.
Yeah, off day.
Nothing. we would have a film day called Go Home and Watch Baseball.
Yeah. If I made the
Go watch
schedule,
Field of
we would
Dreams,
not
kids.
have any Saturday games. I'm actually watching Moneyball. Well, it's on while I'm talking, but
That's all right. It's well acted. I'll say that.
yeah, honestly, I could watch a Brad Pitt movie with fucking fat Jonah Hill.
Big Teeth Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Is he Big Teeth in that one?
No. Well, no.
No, I'm thinking of
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street is the Wall Street. Wall Street is the
Street.
only
Wall
Street. Yeah.
What is it? Moneyball and Draft Day are like two movies that are like watchably mediocre to me.
Draft Day is solidly decent.
Yeah.
I've never seen Draft Day.
Oh, you won't be disappointed. It's Kevin Costner acting like he's a football GM, and then basically the movie goes, the Browns need to make a draft pick, and they fleece the Jaguars. So it's basically like, hey,
sounds like real life.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's art imitating life, or life imitating art, because Tony Khan took over the Jaguars and he's fucking dumb, like
fucking dumb. But
like, good for Tony Khan for making AEW, but the guy does not know how to spend his inheritance. But it's not on me to tell him how to do it.
It isn't.
I think if it was, we would all be much richer.
It's truth.
Behave.
Like, hey, Tony.
Just write me a check.
Yeah, instead of writing all these jerk-offs a check to do nothing, write me one check to do nothing.
Alex, have you caught up on Yellowstone?
No.
Why? Because I've been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland Adventure.
He's like, I'm gonna wait till it comes out on this. Okay, that's acceptable. Comes out on this. Still doesn't watch.
No. Not doesn't watch. Haven't watched. It's different. Watched. I'm not refusing to watch it.
That's like saying. I didn't not do the dishes. I just haven't done them yet.
Exactly. The dishes will get done. Eventually. What have I been watching recently?
That's how I feel about this season. That's exactly how I feel about this season of Drive to Survive. It's just like,
I watched 10 times as much Drive to Survive this season as I did last. I did not care for last.
Last season sucked. This season
one's not bad though.
Yeah, this one's a little bit better, but like I can already tell the things that are super manufactured.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel the exact
like
opposite of
wrestling.
what the two of you have said. I thought this season was absolute dog shit of Drive to Survive compared to seasons 1 and 2. Like, this is the worst
I think
season.
it's bad. Yeah, it's definitely bad. But like at least like Gunther Steiner's entertaining.
Well, yeah, that jackass has been hilarious for 3 whole seasons.
And
But
they like put a camera on him for like I watched like 3 episodes. He's been like the star of all of them. I'm like, oh, well, at least Gunther's here, and then you get to see
Gunther.
Ginger Spice fucking walking around with Christian Horner. Like, what the fuck do I have to watch Christian Horner doing dressage for? Why do I need to watch Ginger Spice and Christian Horner riding horses? What the fuck is this?
that would be because Max Verstappen, Alfa Romeo, and Alpine all collectively told Drive to Survive, or Aston Martin, not Alpine, Aston Martin, all collectively told Drive to Survive to absolutely eat all of the dicks, and had, like, they refused to participate in it. So they were like, shit, we've got 10 hours of content that we need to create. Ride a fucking horse.
So yeah, so basically what's happening is they made the first 2 seasons and they were pretty decent. Then they made season 3 and all the drivers were like, why the fuck did you make it like that?
It was, yeah, well, everybody was pissed about season 2. All the drivers were collectively really upset about season 2 because they literally manufactured scenarios that did not exist. There was like radio calls from separate races that are edited together to make it seem like Ricciardo and Norris are screaming at each other and shit when they never were. It never happened. It's actual sound bites from races months apart. And so they were like, if you guys are going to manufacture drama in the most dramatic motorsport on the planet, fuck you. Like,
but yeah, you don't need to make it.
Like, this shit is insane. And you're trying to, and it's like, if this is what it takes to capture an American audience, we don't want it. Like, F1 wants America's money. The drivers don't want this manufactured bullshit. Like,
they don't want to race in Vegas.
Yeah, solution, race in Vegas. That's the solution.
November 23. Make your plans.
Is that when it is?
I thought it was June.
November.
Okay, because I'm going. Brian and I have already. We're getting our same place we stay at Alara, and yeah, it's gonna be rad.
Count me in.
I just know that track is going to be garbage.
It does not. I do not care.
220 miles on the strip. That's what I want to see. 220 miles per hour on the strip.
That's.
I mean, it already sounds amazing when you get just a regular ass Ferrari on the strip.
Yeah.
Now make it a fast one. Not to say that regular Ferraris aren't fast, but
like an uninhibited Ferrari.
Yes.
14-turn track will run 3.8 miles with top speeds expected to hit 212.
Oh, it's gonna be so fucking good.
It's gonna be amazing.
You know how I could tell?
I cannot wait.
This is how I could tell I married the right woman, because the announcement came out. I was like, hey, they just announced a race in Vegas. She's like, when? I'm like, November 23. She's like, well, you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yes, I do have to go.
I mean, my biggest fear is that it's gonna be football season, and November. Like, that's Thanksgiving / Civil War time.
I'm pretty sure it won't be.
Let's see.
The odds of it, it's a 20% chance that it'll be the Civil War.
I'm trying to think. We
could fly out.
We were at home. Yeah. So, and it'll be at Autzen this year.
Mm-hmm.
Or that year.
So, worst case scenario.
You're catching a night flight after the Civil War.
Red eye, drunk.
A Sunday afternoon race.
Yeah, and
no, it's
night race. Yeah, it's night race.
Race.
Sunday night race.
And so we'll still we would miss would be like practice sessions.
Is it going to be our Sunday night or like the rest of the Sunday night?
It's 3 o'clock or it's whatever the official time is of the place that you're racing at, which is why the upcoming race is at 10 p.m. our time on Saturday night because it's like 3:00 local time in Australia. That's when they start their race. But if Vegas is having a night race, and they're like, fuck it,
Which it is.
It's like it's 8 p.m. Like
So
we're running
we
at 8
would
p.m.
have time. We would have time because Civil War, worst case, is like a night game, and we could
It's
leave
almost
Eugene.
never a night game.
It hasn't, and it probably won't be a Saturday night. It'll probably be a Friday. Which would give us plenty of time. So that would mean Saturday night in Vegas, race Sunday night.
Fly out
Leave
Monday morning.
Monday, yeah. Oh man, I better start saving now.
Yep.
Like, and just skip Vegas next year for
Tournament.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'll think about it. Because I did go like 3 times within 14 months, 13 months, and that didn't bother me. I love Vegas.
I love Vegas.
I'll go all the times.
I need you to Sherpa me through Vegas. I need to learn Vegas.
I like.
Oh, I'll show you some things.
Coach Beard on that episode of Ted Lasso where he goes crazy for that night, has this whole hangover night where they're like, have you ever been to Las Vegas? And he's like, the thing about Vegas, 2 nights is like 1 night is not enough. 2 is perfect. 3, too many. And then he just moves to the next topic, like just so casual about it.
Right.
1 is not enough. 2 is perfect. 3, too many.
I mean,
I think 3 is the right number because if you're trying to go hard, it's 2. But if you're trying to, are you trying to marathon or are you trying to sprint?
I want to sprint a marathon. I'm in Las Vegas.
You could do 3 days.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I could. I feel like I could have rocked another day while I was there in Vegas if I had the funds.
I think the perfect is you show up like midday Friday, and then you're leaving Sunday. Like
you got to leave early Sunday because waiting to go to the airport on Sunday is bullshit. Like we had to wait forever and we hated it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Part of that is the COVID shit. Like the times to get to the airport are way longer than they used to be.
And they don't need it. Like when I flew out of SeaTac, they're like, okay, come on. They're like, okay, go stand in the thing. Nice dick. Okay, move on.
Yeah, it's dumb. It'll be better. It'll be better by the time we go back. All right, man.
Are you ready for a good ass show?
So ready.
So ready.
Been head ready.
Cool. I don't have a lyric though.
Born ready.
All
right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And Baby Shark Baby Shark It's that guy over there.
It's me. It's Alex. I'm back. I missed 2 weeks, but I'm back. And as always, I'm introduced by the best ever do with that guy right over there.
It's me. It's One Take Jake back in the saddle again. The Moth. That's right. The man of the hour. Go Ducks. Well, we are joined by the third man in the booth, the ready, the steady. He's been here every week this month. Well, I guess it's the first week of this month. So is Alex.
Yeah, I've been here every week
but he is the agent
month.
of chaos. He is the mouth of the Deep South. He's the proprietor of the Red Arrow YouTube YT page. It's Robin.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah, YT, which we learned this week is not YouTube.
It's not YouTube.
No,
like I got very confused when some lady was like, all these YT men, and I was like, who are these YouTube guys that she's talking about? What else could that mean?
Do I stumble into a convention? Like what?
Oh, it could have. We've had YT men conventions, but it's not the kind of thing most of us want to be a part of.
Yeah,
it turns out they mean white.
Yeah,
that's how racist. Yeah. That's how racist people say white without saying white, because they were like, "I'll pay white tea." Can I? Never mind. I'm gonna stop that because it's about to go.
Cut that.
Leave it
in.
Welcome back, Alex.
I love it.
It's very good.
I will say, we talked previous that I listened to the episodes that I am not a part of, and I've listened to one of two that I
He
missed.
listened to one of many.
And
that
yeah,
he's-
and
that he wasn't a part of.
That he wasn't a part of.
and I can say like one the what is it? What do they call it when the union guys strike? The scab? Are they the scabs that they bring in?
Yeah.
Yeah, the scab that you guys brought in held it down. Way to go, Ben! Awesome. And then I give
American Hero.
I give
Ben
my
the American Hero.
full stamp of approval over any and all impressions of Alex from that first week. That was so like at first I was like, man, they're so right. That's so funny. Like
Ding.
my initial reaction was like, that's 100%. All right,
Yep.
well played.
Like, that's not how I talk.
Shit. Yep, they're right. That's awesome. It was funny.
Like I said,
it.
when the second week without you, here without you, baby.
It felt so empty without you.
Can't see me coke. But yeah, I took it to another level. It was even better. I think you'll appreciate it even more.
Level up.
Bloop, bloop. So speaking, we were talking about Ted Lasso and Jamie Tart right at the beginning of this episode, and my boss came in today, and she had just spent some time in Atlanta with a friend of hers who has recently had a
That
child.
whole town is whack.
You ever been to Atlanta? Anyway, so she's seeing this child for the first time, and apparently this child was in the baby shark phase of he's wearing the Riddle Track and Chess Club shirt. That's amazing. That's a special for our YouTube viewers. You can see the Riddle Track and Chess Club shirt that Robin has made.
Bunch of nerds.
Bunch of nerds. You're handing, was that a bishop instead of a baton?
It's actually the king. It's a king.
Okay, it's a king.
Yeah, and then the high jump is the
two rooks.
A couple of rooks instead of the poles or whatever they call them.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Where was I? My boss.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm glad I wrote it down. So she hears Baby Shark for the first time, and so she comes into the office today, and she comes into the warehouse, and she's just sitting there working on our computer. She's like, Baby Shark, do baby. And so naturally, I'm like, hey, have you seen Ted Lasso? She's like, yeah, I have. I love it. I'm like, Jamie Tart, Jamie. And she's like, oh my God, I've never heard the Baby Shark song. It like blew her ever loving mind.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I was like, so if you ever get Baby Shark stuck in your head again, just start singing Jamie Tart. And it'll take care of it real quick.
I mean, that's what we did.
And then you pivot immediately to Go Samo Basanya. Go Samo Basanya. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
He's here.
He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where.
Roy Kent. Oh man, I can't wait for season 3.
Did you guys see? I sent a text and it was kind of jumbled, but Roy Kent is going to be in a TV show with Han Solo. It's on Apple TV. Roy Kent is writing it. I don't know their real names. Well, Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say which Han Solo is it? Like
the real one.
The good one. Okay.
The real one, not that crappy kid that tried.
When I was actually
did he try?
Sort of.
When I was reading that text,
Solo was the what if of the Star Wars
Roy
universe.
Kent is going to be in a show with Han Solo, and before I had read on Apple TV, I was like, wait, is like Brett Goldstein entering into like a Star Wars are they actually making like a Star Wars movie with? I was like, this is gonna be incredible, and then I was like, oh, on Apple TV, never mind, they don't have the rights to Star Wars. I thought you were being like seeing Han Solo like he was going into Star Wars, not Harrison Ford and Roy Kent, Brett Goldstein.
I got you.
I was like, Roy Kent in Star Wars. It's an original project. I get it now.
Yeah.
So, something funny was said to me the other day about Darth Vader.
The other day.
And I think you guys will appreciate this. So you've seen Rogue One. I know Robin has. Alex, have you seen Rogue One? So you know the scene where they're getting away and Vader's standing there and his cape is billowing behind him.
Yeah.
He's in the vacuum
of space.
In the vacuum of space. So he is using the Force to billow his cape. He's that fucking petty. Darth Vader's gonna like, I'm gonna billow my cape just to let you know I'm menacing as shit. Like, what's up? Billow that cape. Force billow. Force billow.
Force billow is the name of the episode. Oh, that is so random, but I like it.
Force billowing.
Well, you're talking about Han Solo, and then I started thinking about Darth Vader, and I started thinking about the vacuum of space, and like, how come Star-Lord doesn't die when he takes his helmet off?
Star-Lord, he's holding his breath.
But he's in space.
Yeah, but he's also part celestial.
Yeah, but I mean, if he could, why doesn't he just have an extra helmet?
Wait, when was Star-Lord in space without his helmet?
In the first one,
when
he takes his helmet off
Gamora.
and puts it on Gamora so she can breathe in space, and he's like, "I'm holding my breath, so that doesn't." Yeah. So it means I'm okay.
He's like,
I think it goes.
Why is Gamora?
I think it goes back to
better.
I think it goes back to what Robin said. Is like Peter Quill thinks holding his breath is helping when it's not. He never had to because his dad is ego.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like
ego.
His
Kurt
power
Russell.
The whole time was like, oh, dude, you never needed a mask.
You are a planet.
Right.
Yeah. So
dude, you are a planet.
That makes sense.
This park is closed to bum activity.
Speaking of Marvel, did you guys watch at least the first episode of Moon Knight?
I caught the first episode.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't had an opportunity. Go ahead and talk about it.
I don't know. I kind of mentioned it. I feel like last week with Dave. Like we just, it's pretty basic and just gets you started where you need to go.
Yeah.
So I mean, first episode is good, and there's I told you it was like a combination of Fight Club and Deadpool and Venom. Like that was like those are the three takeaways.
I feel like they've entered into kind of a territory of like Moon Knight is such a like, what's the one after secondary, tertiary?
Yeah,
I would say I would even go so far as to say niche or esoteric. Yeah,
like he's so uncommon and unknown that like they have to do an even harder like origin story for Moon. So it like has to start kind of in a level of like minute detailing that like all of the other shows this point haven't had
minutia.
Right. Like and well the other thing is with a lot of other Marvel characters, their origin stories are very simple. It's like Daredevil. Well, I was hanging out and then I got chemicals in my eyes. Now I can't see, but my other senses are heightened and I can see through basically like
sonar.
Sort of sonar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a bat.
Yeah, like a
Batman.
Oh, I got what about Spider-Man? Well, he got bit by a radioactive spider and now because of the radioactivity he has the powers of a spider. Okay. Well, explain the Incredible Hulk. Well, sometimes he gets really angry and turns green and big.
From radiation.
Yeah. Today the science teacher was messing with the kid that we always talk about, and he was like he's talking about how the infected, back on that bullshit again, because he thinks that people are infected with some sort of zombie-like thing, and the science teacher is like, oh yeah, I got bit by a bee, and now I have the powers of bees. And I was like,
I couldn't
so
hear
you're
you
like
you were
B-Man?
could really hear it.
Yeah, I was kind of covering it the way I was holding it, but I was like, so you're like Spider-Man, but B-Man? You're just B-Man now?
B-Man.
He's like, yeah, that's what I am.
I was like, you can call me the Hornet.
I should have said it was good thing. It was a good thing you didn't get attacked by the sea, because then you would have been a seaman.
Ah.
But I did not.
What if he got attacked by a D? Then he'd be a demon.
Oh, yeah. Well, if there's one thing he doesn't want is the D. He's very.
It's a whale.
The whale.
The dork.
What if he got attacked by an H?
An H?
The He-Man.
Yeah.
He-Man.
I can do this all day. So
Yeah.
Hey,
I
that's
can do this 8
26
more
times
times.
total.
So you guys were brave and you watched some WrestleMania this weekend.
I did.
And I will say the first night pretty good actually for the parts that I was awake for.
Yeah, you did mention. Yeah, I fell asleep twice already. I was like, oh, that's a good sign.
Well, I mean, it's because it's so slow, it's so plodding, and like the couch was comfortable and the blanket was warm, and I was really high. Because I was like, I'm gonna have to get really high to watch this, and then I did not watch. But I woke up in time.
For Stone Colds.
Yeah.
I've fallen asleep watching UFC more times than I can count. So, I mean, I get it. Like, there's just sometimes, especially with UFC, where they're like, we have to keep these matches spaced out. So, if somebody taps somebody in the first round, early in the first round, they still are going to fill that 20 minutes. And I'm like, dude, no.
But you're like, why can't we just go home early?
I don't have the energy for that. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming it's so that the guys that are warming up still have their warm-up time. But my thought is, why don't you warm up and assume everybody's getting beat in the first round?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, is it really going to make that much of a difference? Like, you're already warm. You're warm when you get there.
But like, and then you factor in like, if the match starts sooner than expected, it's also starting sooner than expected for the guy you're fighting. Also, it's not like one guy gets sent out into the ring, no warm up, but that guy gets 20 more minutes. Like, no.
That's super, but you have to fight. You have to fight a bunch of other guys who aren't talented in the meantime while he still warms up. So you have to eat like just lazy punches, and you have to expend energy while the other guy is just chilling in the locker room.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually want to watch that. That'd be.
Could you imagine, like
here we go.
Here we go. Yeah, exactly. So. It's like American Gladiators, but it's UFC. And so, okay, so take the Ultimate Fighter, and instead of, when you get down to the final two and you have a big challenge, and like who has the most points, like that translates to you have to fight subpar fighters for that amount of time. Like, and you have to work. The entire, so like if you have 5 minutes, you have to fight guys for 5 minutes. If you knock someone out in a minute, another guy's coming in to fight you, and he's a guy you can knock out in a minute too, but you're gonna have to fight him for a minute. And any one of these guys can come flying in and catch you with something stupid.
Oh man!
Jorge Masvidal knee to the head as you're getting off the other guy.
Like
I think we should try this with WWE first and see how it works out for them.
It's like a gauntlet match, but
exactly. But not scheduled or planned.
Imagine a UFC gauntlet match or like a Royal Rumble where.
Oh, a UFC Royal Rumble.
They have
the
that
gang
in Russia. Yeah, the Russian gang fighters. Like
those are badass.
Dude, it's crazy. That shit's fucking wild.
Have you seen that shit, Alex?
No. I saw one video of like a Russian, like UFC kind of like quality fighter fighting like 4 just normal jerk offs, but not like any sort of like legitimate. It sounds like you're describing like a giant Royal Rumble all at the same. It was like
it's
3
like
dudes versus
5-on-5 fighting.
Oh, that sounds incredible. I have not seen that.
And so as soon as one dude gets tapped out or knocked out, then they just go to the next guy and start, and then it's 2-on-1. And it goes.
But then like this guy gets knocked out over here, so he comes flying in to help. Yeah.
That and like incredible.
There's always my philosophy has always been in a 5-on-5 situation, go 5-on-1, then it's 5-on-4.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I typed in Russian Ultimate Gang and I found there it is right there.
There it is. You did not find the Russian military.
No. Man, they are getting their asses kicked. I mean, yeah, they're pulling off some atrocities and killing a bunch of Ukrainians, like regular ass people.
Yeah, like
but as a whole,
yeah.
a whole, They're
They're
getting their butts kicked.
Yeah, we'll take a brief turn here, and we'll talk about the Ukraine war at this point. I've likened it a lot to the American Revolution in a way, because essentially what's
I can
happened
see that.
is an overconfident military force is going into a land occupied by people who don't want to be invaded, and they know the layout of the land. They know, and they're also similarly to the way the American soldiers targeted. They targeted leaders. Yeah, thank you. The Ukrainians are doing that similarly, and also the way the Americans were benefited by the French military through the course of the revolution, because France is like, oh wait, you guys are fucking up England. Here, have some money. Here, have some guns. Have some guys. So similarly to how that's happening. Yeah. They're like, the U.S. is like, hey, you guys like javelins? You know how to use them? We have instructions in the javelin. So go ahead, read up, and
we
figure
even
it out.
translated them for you.
So go ahead and read up on how to use one of these, and go ahead and blow somebody up. But it's basically just the 250 years later.
YT men.
Why?
But no, it's really interesting. I've for the most part, outside of like Associated Press or Reuters or something like that, I've ignored any news coverage that I've seen about the war, and I'm getting my information, and this is really weird. It's telling of the times that we live in. I'm getting my information from TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm getting like first person, like, hey, this is what is happening in my world right now. And it's crazy. Like the same sort of thing, like if you go to a Snap Map, you can go to Ukraine on Snapchat and look at everybody's stories and see what they are seeing. It's really interesting. It's hard to fathom just how connected we have become. It's wild. We got to this from WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
We have to go back to WrestleMania too, because it's still
yeah. Yeah, because Stone Cold showed up.
That's
a couple times.
A couple times.
Did we confirm that he showed up at 3 hours and 16 minutes? Is that like?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That happened? Okay. I didn't know. I mean, the internet can Photoshop anything, so I didn't know if that was like real or just like LOL meme material. But
well, if you can kind of tell, you can kind of tell that they were holding off, and somebody was paying attention to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
His name is Stone Cold Steve. He was like, I ain't going in until it's 3 hours and 16 minutes in. And then he did. Break the glass at 3:16. Go.
But so everybody's favorite Stone Cold Steve Austin came out to the KO show for the main event of WrestleMania, and basically started running his mouth and shut down KO. Like immediately, he had the crowd in the palm of his hand. He was like, in about 5 seconds, 75,000 people are gonna call you an asshole. And like immediately the whole crowd starts chanting asshole, which is hilarious. So yeah, he does. They had a no holds barred match, which is basically what you do when you're old. It's a kicky punchy match.
He took that fucking suplex
on the concrete
pavement. Yeah. Oh my god. I heard that, and when I saw Kevin Owens setting up the block, I'm like, oh no, Stone Cold's getting fucking dumped on this shit. Because I mean, like, it hurts to suplex on the ground anyway.
Yeah.
But taking it hurts just a little bit more.
Especially when you consider like how many neck and back injuries, and surgeries Stone Cold has had.
But he walked away and showed up the next night. So
yeah. Oh, there's plenty more. Like we still haven't. Then there was also quite possibly the most hilarious match in the history of wrestling.
It was pretty good.
Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is WrestleMania 38.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I like that.
The Wee Man came out from under the ring.
Wee Man. body slammed a dude, like a full
Crispy
grown dude. He like,
body
picked him up and
slams
he's
him.
just holding him. I mean, obviously he doesn't drop very far, but he's like got him up there, and then he just boom. I was like, oh shit.
Party boy Chris Pontius shows up, takes his clothes off.
Yeah. Party's up on somebody.
Then the big hand comes out of nowhere and
That
slaps
was
the shit out
good.
of Sami
I love
Zayn.
that they had that. I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do with that. Whap.
Smack. And
What-
then kick to the balls.
Yeah.
What's
I like the-
happening? What's happening in wrestling that like the most entertaining part of wrestling is when like essentially
Ron
Vince
Wrestler.
McMahon takes a step to the side and says, "Hey, people more talented than me do what you usually do, and we'll film it." Like
Yeah.
it sounds like this is an episode of Jackass if they ever just had a ring, you right, and could just fuck each
Yeah.
other up, which they did for I don't know a whole bunch of different times. So
Mhm.
that it's like they were like, "Hey, do you want to do everything you normally do in front of like 75,000 people on
Mhm.
TV?" And they were like, "If you write the check, we'll show up, I guess." And then,
They're like,
You guys
"Do we
are
have
like-
access for the film for Jackass 5?"
yeah,
Right, because now they're promoting their fucking movie, so that worked out well.
and so it's like if one of the best matches, if not the best match potentially, was Jackass people doing Jackass shit, like I don't.
It tells
wrestling
you
is-
it tells you a lot about the state of wrestling.
Well, not only that, but those guys are entertainers. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what they do. So, I mean, give them props, just
For being entertaining.
for being entertaining.
Yeah.
Like that's, good job.
Good
And you
job.
know they did the thing that you can always go to is that watching a guy getting kicked in the nuts and slapped in the face for 10 minutes is always going to be fun.
Uh-huh.
So-
Always so.
It's so funny. Guy gets hit in the nuts. I'm laughing. That's how
Dude.
that goes.
I watch it. I know we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but just I was thinking back to Jackass Forever. There is so much in that movie that I'd forgotten about that just came back to me as latent memories. It is so funny.
Is that
like
the one
what?
that like Bam was like trying to sue them over?
Yeah,
or
Bam's
something?
pissed because he couldn't get clean and they couldn't rely on him, and so he wants money so he can
Yeah.
drink more.
Well,
Right,
part
yeah.
of that is they're like, Bam, you're gonna fucking die. So we're not going to give you money so that you can fucking die. Like,
Yeah.
What was the fat dude who went off the water slide into the dirt pile?
oh, I
Oh.
forget what his name is.
But like
the
that
new fat guy.
yeah, that was killing me and cracking
Oh
me
my
up. How
god.
he took some serious
He
emotional damage.
did.
But mostly physical. Like you saw it on him. Like by the end of the movie, he's got bruises
Right.
all over
Oh
his
my
body.
God.
And you see Steve-O's back there with a broken arm and shit. Like, oh my god, it was funny. I remember the scorpion lipos Botox, where the chick
Oh.
got the scorpion like stabbed her in the face like
Oh
4
my
times.
God. And that's the first time they've had a chick in Jackass.
Yeah.
She impressed me because
Is
I
it
did
Jane
not.
ass now?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Jackie
Jane
ass.
Jackie
Ah.
ass. We don't want to see that.
Nah.
Oh, I
Nothing
don't.
there
I
really
don't.
to
My
see
face
anyway.
hurts thinking about fucking scorpions.
Then
stabbing
Yeah.
up.
Then they put this dude who went to prison, named Dark Shark.
Oh,
They put
Dark
him in.
Shark.
They put him in like this globe, and then they put another globe on another guy, and there's a tube between them, and then they dropped a tarantula into the tube, and so like, and the guy's terrified of bugs, and so they like fixed it essentially so the tarantula went into Dark Shark's terrarium,
Yeah.
and he's like reaching out like grabbing guys by the shirt and like
Well, they taped him to the chairs. So they make him sit in chairs and then they tape and handcuff them down so they can't escape. And then oh, it was so good.
Oh,
So, Alex, I'm guessing you haven't watched Jackass yet.
I've not seen Jackass Forever. I've seen Jackass 1, 2, and Jackass 3D.
Well,
but I didn't. I have not seen Jackass
It's
Forever.
on Paramount Plus. So,
Okay.
So
Do it. That's what I'm
make
hearing.
that happen. Lots of wieners.
There are a
Still,
lot. There are a lot of wieners in Jackass.
yeah, many
Many.
Many.
Many
Then
wangs.
who was it that got their nipple bit by a tarantula?
I don't. Oh.
Was it Danger Aaron?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, there was.
I don't.
So here's the thing about Jackass. As they get older, they can't quite do the stunts that they used to
Yeah.
be able to do, but they can still get kicked in the nads and get bit by things.
Yeah, which is kind of we talked about that last week. You weren't there, but like one of my favorite skits was the one where Steve-O is sitting in a tub, a clear tub, and they're trying to light a fart on fire underwater. So they've got like a little bubble thing that's got air in it, and they've got a spark thing going, chick, 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 chick. And Steve-O's just farting, and eventually it fucking goes, and it like shoots him. Oh, you got to see it. It's so good.
It's really good.
It is actual damage.
Actual damage.
Actual damage. Physical damage. So,
I had to block this, son.
I had to block this. So from there, the next thing that we saw, the next time we saw Stone Cold Steve Austin was after Pat McAfee, former punter for the Indianapolis Colts, wrestled a guy named Austin Theory. Vince McMahon comes out.
Dude, Pat McAfee is a fucking natural.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's always had the skills on the mic, like from the time he started talking, and you're like, is this guy the punter?
Yeah.
He's good
He can
at this
talk.
talking thing. Yeah. And then turns out he's kind of athletic too. I mean, obviously he made it in the NFL, but as a punter. So he can do things. Oh man.
Did you ever hear? We'll get back to that whole match here in a second. But did you ever hear the story about how he became a punter?
Yes.
He was a kicker, and they called the wrong name on draft day.
No, he was a kicker, and they asked him like, "Hey, can you punt?" And he's like, "Yeah, totally." He's like,
Lying
"I've
his
never punted.
ass off.
Never once had I ever punted."
Yeah.
They're like, they drafted him as a punter, and he's like,
Yep.
I
guess
guys
I'm gonna
gotta
learn to punt.
And then he became fucking the punter.
Yeah.
Still the best McAfee story was the roulette story.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you know
heard that.
You don't know the roulette story?
I don't think I do.
So it's Pat McAfee's rookie year, and was
it involve Peyton Manning?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I do know that one.
All right, well, I've already started.
Okay.
I got to finish it now.
Now you got to finish. Yep.
Now I got to finish.
You never finish.
You never finish. This is for the listener. So he's sitting there playing roulette, and he's got his money out on different numbers or whatever. And Peyton Manning walks over, and he's like, "That 18 looks pretty good." And so, like, the guy who's about to throw the ball in the roulette wheel, like, kind of looks around, gives everybody a chance to replace their bets, and he puts his money on 18, and boom, it hits. Peyton Manning has already walked out of the casino by this point. And he like told him later he hit, and he's like, "Of course it did."
Well, it was the added part of that I thought was cool is like being Pat McAfee was so new to the team.
Right.
They were in Las Vegas for like a Peyton Manning event, and he just at like a spur of the moment was, "Hey, Pat, you are part of special teams. Comes to this football like thing I'm doing, and like be the special teams part of it, right? I'm quarterback, offense. I'm bringing a couple of defensive guys, blah blah blah." So Pat McAfee's like, "Yeah, this is basically the first time I hang out with Peyton Manning outside of like the Colts facilities."
Yeah.
Is in Vegas, where Peyton Manning, who apparently knows how to party, didn't party that weekend because he had to be on point for his whole foundation
It's like
thing.
his thing.
Yeah. So he doesn't party the way Peyton Manning used to party back in the day. He's straight. And so, yeah, McAfee's trying to gamble and drink a little bit, have a good time in Vegas. And sure enough, he wins a boatload of money because 18 hit.
I mean, it's the Peyton Manning weekend.
Peyton Manning. Dude, is there any more of a hustle in a casino than the board at a roulette wheel telling you what's hit
No,
recently?
that fucking board has made the casino so much money.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like yeah.
Yeah. I've had casinos, the casino, so Seven Feathers. I used to take that roulette class. I think I told you about that.
There's
No.
a roulette class.
So Seven Feathers used to do these classes to try to teach people how to play their games, trying to get more people playing roulette and
Makes sense.
craps when they were just starting to have roulette and craps at Seven Feathers.
Well, I
And,
mean, it's an energy sort of thing. Like when people win at craps, it creates energy, and people want to come over and
right,
win
like people
alongside.
get excited, they're loud, and yeah, but so they're doing this class. It's like 15 minutes. You sit around the table. They give you $10 in free table money or $20, and it's match play. So you put down $5. They're like, as long as you bet once, you get to use the rest of it for free. So anyway, they're explaining the game and roulette, and the guy is like, yeah, ever since we put this wheel in, more people have gambled on the numbers that have won, and that board has made us thousands and thousands of dollars in the week that we've had it, and just it makes sense because people are like, yep, 13 just hit, so in their
It won't
mind
hit again.
it's either not going to hit again or it is going to hit again. It just depends on the way they see the luck going.
Right.
It's just, or it's all red. It's gonna black's hitting soon.
It's still
Dude,
it's still a 48% chance.
Still rando.
Yeah.
Whatever the percentages are, but yeah. And then I also took the craps table class. I took the craps one a lot because it was fun, and craps is actually complicated, whereas roulette not so much.
Right.
Craps,
That's
I learned a
the name
lot.
of it, roulette, not so much.
Roulette, not so much.
But yeah, like the craps one was fun because I learned a lot of different ways to gamble. And then did I send you that TikTok, the guy explaining the
No.
different ways of gambling it? Maybe.
Like I know that like there's the come line, the don't come line. Like you can bet 2 to 4, you can bet 3 to 6.
I'll see if I can find it, but maybe I sent it to Brian, but it was this guy just explaining like he plays this way, this way, this way, this way, and he's always got money coming in, and it's almost like it should be illegal to bet with the pattern that he's betting because it's rare when you don't win.
Dang.
So
Is it like the blackjack philosophy that if every time you win, you double your bet? It like eventually you'll end
but
up
because of craps having so many different ways that you can win. I mean, I don't know the number of ways you can win, but there's a shit ton of them, and there's ways that at certain times you play with the house and certain times you play against the house, and it just I'll look and see if I can find it. It seemed fairly simple, and then at the same time complicated enough that I probably need to take notes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So basically, craps.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot.
Like I know how to. I know how to shoot dice in an alley or a similar situation, but unless
I don't understand that. I've always seen that. They're always like Chappelle's show.
Yeah.
What is the point of that? How does it work? What are they playing? What are they trying to get? I don't get it.
Well, you're trying to roll for sevens, and basically it's whoever hits the most sevens in a row. Yeah, at least as far as the times I've played.
Yeah, I had no idea.
It's always like who can hit the most sevens in a row, and you throw money down on who you think's gonna win, on top of if you think you're gonna win, on top
like side bets.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's always action on action, and
interesting because that's one of the things that they teach in the craps class is that 7 is the most likely combination to come up when you roll dice.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 and 8 is next equal, and then 5 and 9, and then 4 and 10, and then yeah.
Gotcha. It splits out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
It's a perfect bell curve.
Yep. Yep.
But
yep.
isn't in craps? Don't you not want 7?
Depends on the time.
Yeah, it depends. If you
Oh.
throw a 7, you want to keep throwing 7.
Gotcha.
Right?
The first, yeah. So there's. Here we go into craps. Here's your craps lesson right now.
Here you go, everybody. Listen, we're going to Vegas. We need to learn how to play craps.
When you play craps, there is this thing called the puck. It's a 2-sided. It looks like a fucking hockey puck. It says on and off. When it's on off, it means that they haven't got to a number yet. That's when the game is basically starting. This is the start of the game. And so it's on off. You are trying to get. You want the dice to come up as 7. Everybody wins. It's on the pass line or the come line. I can't remember how it's called.
Yeah.
And the game keeps going if anybody rolls a 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10, and then they're trying to roll that number again in any combination of whatever the dice can be. Once they roll that 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, the puck goes to on, and then it sits on that number. So say I roll a 4 when it's on off, when the puck is on the off side. Roll 4. Okay, they move the puck to the 4, so everybody sees what number it is we're trying to get. It says on. We're on the 4, and now you can bet on
whether you think you're going to hit a 4 or not.
Yeah, and then you can also bet your bet odds, which gives you the statistical odds on what the payout will be. So 4 and 10 pay out the highest because they have the lowest chance of coming up when you're trying to roll
2
that.
2 and 12.
Yeah, and to back up a little bit, when the puck is on off, everybody loses if we hit 2, 3, or 12. But everybody wins if it hits 7 or 11. And then when it's over to on, now say we're on that 4 again, if 7 or 11 hit, everybody loses unless they've bet for 7 or 11 to hit. Everybody wins. I know, right? Everybody wins if we hit that 4. This is why we had a class on it. And that's kind of the short version of it. There's definitely more to it, but it's easier to pick up when you're watching.
I went to one of at my former employer had holiday parties that were very, very rambunctious, and they always featured like a
stripper,
right, in-house like fake casino kind, right, like an office casino night type thing. And I remember I walked up to the craps table, and I was I don't even know how to describe it. I'm going to use the term shithoused at this time. Because I was just getting drink tickets from everybody all the time. Way too much to drink. It was awesome. And so I'm hammer drunk. I have no idea what's happening. My buddy pulls me over to the craps table because like his wife was the one rolling the dice at the time. And so I'm standing there with a drink,
a hot hand,
a stack of chips, and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And so between my buddy and another somebody's wife who I didn't know, they were basically just setting my chips down in a bunch of different places, like, oh, bet this, bet this, bet this. And after like 10 minutes, I walked away with like twice as many chips as I walked up with. And I had a pretty decent amount before that. And I was like, so I won? And my buddy said yes. He was like, yeah, we won. Great job. And the woman on the other side of me was like, no, I've been stealing chips for you this whole time. And these are unofficial chips. We got no money. We get like raffle.
Right.
Turn the chips into
but
raffle
she's over there playing Creed, like doing the Creed Bratton.
And so at the time, I didn't care. I still don't. I don't know if my buddy was drunk and thought I was winning also, and she was stealing chips, so it looked like I was winning to anyone. I don't know. But I walked away with more chips than I showed up to, and I was like, man, craps is pretty cool. I'm gonna go try to win a Traeger, and then I didn't. But it was fun. That's all I know of craps. Is I walked up and told a bunch of people I didn't know how to play, and then I left with more chips.
Right. Yeah.
I
Hey.
feel like that could happen
Very
if you
good.
showed up at a casino. You're like, man, I don't know how to play, and somebody's like, hey, come over here, I will show you how to play.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Here you go. You're
Hey,
like, oh,
cousin
shit.
Nico, what is happening?
Hey, cousin Roman. I'm like, yeah, come hang out with me. Let's go bowling.
Nico Bellic, what is
Nico,
happening?
What's happening? Let's go throw darts.
That is one thing. If you come down here to Seven Feathers, I guarantee either the dealers or somebody around will help you and like genuinely help. The dealers here, they're pretty chill about it. As long as it's not like Saturday night when there's one table open when they should have two. They're pretty chill about, hey, you should probably think about betting this way. Like they can't tell you what to do, but they will strongly hint.
I've had dealers tell me not to hit while I was playing blackjack before.
Yeah.
I'm like, hit. They're like, you don't. Are you
You
sure?
don't want to hit.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, no, I'm not. No, stay.
No?
I'm no longer sure.
I am less sure than I was previously.
Like, because I remember the one time I did, I was like, they're like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. And I had like 15, and the dealer was gonna bust. And
he
like,
knew it.
yeah. And so they're like, do you want to hit? And I was like, like, yeah. And it's like, are you sure? And I said, yes. So he gave it to me. So I ended up with 19 and I won, but I took this guy's
But everybody else, yeah.
And so I fucked everybody else over. And I was like, I gotta leave this table now, don't I?
Yeah, that's fucking brutal. I don't like playing cards with people. It's almost like my phobia of watching away football games on TV. I'm just not doing that with people. Fuck you.
There are very few people I can watch away home games with.
Away home games?
Or away TV games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Away games at home.
Gotcha. Okay.
Away home games.
Away home games.
Yes.
Home away games.
It's funny that you bring up that you stole that guy's 4 and messed up their abilities to win, taking a card you didn't need. Right. Because my last trip to Vegas, my buddy was like, I don't know enough about blackjack, and I was going and getting drinks and coming back and going to get drinks and wandering around the casinos with other friends and stuff, so I wasn't there for like every hand. But my buddy ended up losing, I mean, not a significant amount of money for Las Vegas, but like, I mean, you lose $150 and it like sucks. That sucks no matter what.
Oof, so, I could have got drunk on that.
Right. And so he lost, it was, $150, something like that. Nothing crazy. He's still making rent payments. But he was like, when he finally left the table and we decided to go somewhere else, walking to the next casino, all he was doing was, I took it as bitching, right? He lost money, so he's mad. He was just bitching about it. But what he was bitching about was that he was like, this fucking guy, 2 seats over, didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He was hitting when he didn't need to and saying blah, 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 and basically talking about how like that guy took a queen that should have been mine and blah, and I would have won. And I was like, you are either hammered drunk and have no idea what you're talking about, or you've played enough blackjack to know what you're talking about.
Right.
Either way, I don't understand.
Or care. Or care. You're in Las Vegas. Like I put money into a slot machine and lost it promptly. You know what I did? Shrugged my shoulders and went and did something else.
Oh, it made me so mad because this is the same guy. Oh, it pissed me off so much in the moment, and we all laughed about it immediately afterwards. But his wife is like, I'm going to the bathroom. And of course, right next to the bathrooms are like, slot machines because they're fucking everywhere. So we're waiting for her to come out of the back. We're waiting for her to come out of the bathroom. So he looks over and he goes, and he throws in he had put in a $50 bill into the slot machine.
Shouldn't have done that.
Dude, immediately hits and is up. Like if he hits cash out, he's got like $400.
Hit the button.
And I was like, boom, hit that button, let's go. And he goes,
hit the button.
He's like, no way. Boom.
Hit the button.
Tries again. Again. Cashes out $10.
Hit the button.
And then he looks at his wife, and he was laughing. This one was funny. I laughed too. But he looked at his wife. He goes, "It's the most expensive shit you've ever taken." And she was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, it cost us $40."
Oh shit.
And then we
Hit
all
the
laughed.
button.
Yeah. I was like, you hit like that, you win like that. Like, I get it if you're there to play blackjack and you know you're going to be at the table for a little bit and you're getting drinks and having a good time with friends, that like you hit something big and you don't leave immediately, like, fine, it's Vegas.
Look,
right.
look.
But
You hit the button, you pull another $50 bill out, and you put it in the machine.
but there's that. That's what I said. I was like, you got to cash out. Like, the spontaneous bets are the one where I walk away as soon as I'm up. You know what I mean? If you sit down at a slot machine and you think, I've got $100, I'm going to do this, blah, blah, see what happens, fine. But if you're like, oh, my wife's going to take a piss, fuck it, see what happens. Oh, I'm up $400, you cash out right away.
Yeah.
Right the fuck away. And if you lose all $450 over the course of the night, fine. But in that moment,
your capital investment in that is $50.
$50. And then, of course, his drunk ass later was like, I lost $400.
No.
And I was like, no, you didn't. You lost $50.
You lost $50.
Were you an idiot for turning down $400 additional dollars? Yes, but you didn't use it, man. You never had it.
That's when I stopped beating myself up about sports gambling. Like, I lost like $300 in one day on sports gambling, but my invested capital into that $300 was $25.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I have to assume that after losing $300, your actual gambling account was still sitting around $25. So you were like, honestly, I haven't really lost anything. I'm right back where I started. This is
back where I started. I can still bet.
Started from the bottom,
and
now we're back to.
Oh, I was pissed. I was pissed, and I learned a valuable lesson that day.
Yeah.
Never, ever, for any reason, under any circumstance, no matter what, to any person, at any time.
Sometimes I start a sentence, I don't know where it's gonna go before I get.
Never bet on the Lions for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you bet on them to lose, they're going to win. If you bet on them to under, they'll over. They'll over, you're under. They'll cover when they shouldn't.
Lions.
Never bet on the Lions. Never, not once.
Yep. I'm going to make another shirt tomorrow.
This is never bet. Smells like sweat in here.
And wear it to the strip club.
Since we're on the subject.
We're on the subjects.
And I got Alex a red shirt so that I can make him this shirt.
Oh!
Hey, whatever happened to that top of the bowl?
What did we make a shirt for him?
No, like whatever happened to it? Did that place just get completely shut down, or
I
is
don't
that
know. I don't Horvalis, so
no, not top of the cock, top of the bowl.
Top of the bowl.
The private club on top of the bowling alley that
I think it became like a private club now. Like, I think it's still there, and they don't have a OLCC license, and it's basically like a speakeasy, but everyone knows it's there.
It's like a speak a lot.
Yeah, it's
speak difficult.
Yeah.
It's a speak difficult, yeah.
Or an easy speak.
You.
I don't
know. Easy speak. It's like easy cheese.
Dude, I love easy cheese.
Yeah, who doesn't love easy cheese?
Communists.
What's easy cheese?
Yeah.
What do you mean, what's easy cheese?
Shut up. I was gonna make this a shirt, and then I couldn't.
Piece?
No, it says eat peace.
Oh, gotcha.
Motherfuckers.
It looks like it says cat piece.
It does look like it says cat piece.
I'm gonna make this one. For Gay Blood.
Do not
read your shirt. That's funny.
Because he's so Law and Order.
The way that one says eat piece, motherfuckers, and we thought it said cat piece. is the way that end racism in F1 looks like second racism.
Oh, right.
It was like I was like, those lines.
Fuck your life. Bing, bong. Hey,
Bing
no,
bong.
can we go back to the fact that Alex doesn't know what easy cheese is?
Yeah, what the fuck is easy cheese?
How do you not?
Room temperature cheese, it comes in a can.
Like
like the spray cheese?
Yeah.
Is that called easy cheese?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've literally always referred to it as like spray cheese, can cheese. Like I didn't. Is easy cheese like the brand name?
Yes.
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh.
Oh.
That's like what is it? Was it a Goofy movie? Leaning Tower of Cheese. Scrumptious.
This seems like a Deaton shirt.
Duct
Yeah.
tape turning
Yeah.
no into I like the Star Wars one where it's like, what is it? Duct tape is like the Force. It has a light side and a dark side, and it holds the universe together. I was like, nice.
That is a good one. It's very good.
It's very good.
Oh man, what I really want is a Street Jesus, but I feel like only Bales would appreciate that one.
Hey, I'm a Masvidal fan.
That's true. That's true.
They call him Masvidal Street Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he looks like Jesus and he's from the streets.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Whatever happened to this guy?
Oh, the Vantalord?
Yeah.
It's like he got his special and he dipped.
I didn't even get to see the special.
Yeah. It's like, all right.
Oh
well,
my God.
I achieved what I wanted to achieve. Yes. You need
That might happen tonight.
You need to
the
make that.
guess what chicken butt shirt.
And then wear it to shirt and just don't say anything. Just have it.
Hey, guess what?
Hey, guess what?
Like, who starts conversations that way? Don't answer that because I know who. But still, like, hey, guess what? That's not hello.
Hey, guess what? Hey, guess what?
Hey, did you know? Like, it's either that or he thinks he's the Beatles kind of.
You would get that, would you?
Oh.
Water running from the sink.
Chicken butt.
I will say that I've had someone respond, and I actually find it annoying if someone says fried in grease, want a piece. I'm like, fuck you, I got you with chicken butt.
But you say, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Chicken butt, and
Then they respond with fried in grease, want a piece.
I've not heard that, and I don't appreciate it.
I've never
It's dumb.
I've never as an adult struck another adult in the face with my bare hand, but if someone said fried and grease want a piece, I would 100%. Like
The first time I was like,
you're getting hit. You're gonna get hit. Fucking hit you.
Maybe I need to make a "Don't make me Will Smith you" or something like that. Don't
keep
make
my
me
wife's
Will Smith
name out your
ass.
mouth.
On my way to Will Smith your ass.
That could work too. Keep my wife's name out your.
Do you think when he
Picture Samuel L. Jackson
when he hit Chris Rock, he just said, "Welcome to Earth."
Welcome to Earth.
Real quick, he just said
Welcome to Earth. I said it when he did it.
What if like someone needs to remake that scene, but with Chris Rock coming out of the spaceship, and then have Will Smith punch the alien.
Punch the alien, but it's Chris Rock. Wham! Welcome to Earth.
Down.
But hang on, this is going into the book of ideas.
Yeah.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth with
Keep
starring Chris
my
Rock.
planet's name out your fucking mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Picture Samuel.
There might be a version of this already. I will look for it.
It doesn't matter. You can still sell it on Etsy. It doesn't. I got 50 Bentleys in the West Indies.
It doesn't matter.
I got a pocket full of cheese and a garden full of trees. It doesn't matter.
Alex does not
I just won the bingo,
song.
bought a crib in Rio. It doesn't matter. But if you ain't sharing, people ain't caring. Come up in the hood and they take everything you're wearing. See, all in the day, it was all about the club. The so-called thugs used to dance a brink for love. The girls, they wouldn't say hey unless you bought them champagne like it was their birthday. Me? I used to stand outside, hustle in my way, and I'm on the guest list +5. Who's performing tonight? They say Shonda, but still, oh shit.
I was close enough. It doesn't matter.
Drop the
is
Rock's
it
opinion.
Fugees?
No, it's Wycliffe John
Or
featuring
just
The Rock.
Wyclef. Okay.
Yo,
Why
this
did
is
my
The Rock
Wy-
kicking it with the refugee camp, and you're about to
Yeah.
smell
See,
what
that's
The
what I
Rock
thought.
is cooking. Doom, 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 doom,
Oh,
doom.
my lights decided to trip balls, so that's fun.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, but it does, because you can't see me.
Did you see Shaq get The Rock the other night?
No.
So
Yeah,
Shaq,
I
they
saw
were
that
talking
video.
to The Rock, and Shaq says, "Hey,
Oh, I did.
hey Rock,
I did.
tell me again, what time does that show come on?" It's like, yeah, Shaq, it doesn't matter what time your show comes on.
Yeah. The Rock just is like, oh, fuck.
You
Of the-
son
of-
of a beach. Here we go.
Hey, there we go. Now you're in the spotlight. Where were you on the night of June 23rd? Robin has died.
Oh my
Evil.
god. The times he thinks he's like being funny, he's like, hey, look, I look like a psycho. I'm like, you look like
You
a
are
jerk.
a psycho.
Like you look like you're trying to get suspended is what you look like.
Anarchy.
Man.
You know, these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. We don't want to talk about, you know. Exactly. But for this episode, this edition of my show with Alex and Jake, good night, universe.
Go Ducks!
You nerds.